Hi everybody, I'm Teresa. I'm your Pampered Chef Consultant, and I just wanted to hop on here for a minute and tell you guys about some of my favorite products. Um, as you know, the knives are very popular, the coated knives and our regular knives too. So I just wanted to show you a few of those. This is the paring knife. This is like $3, I believe, and when you purchase a paring knife, you get, or Pampered Chef gives 3 meals to Feeding America. So it's really cool. You get a nice knife and somebody gets to eat. And then this is the tomato knife, coated tomato knife. It's serrated. And I love it for tomatoes, obviously, but also for anything else that you cut that's a little bit tougher, like strawberries, kiwi, things like that, that have a little bit tougher skin to them. It works great for those. And then this is what I use all the time. This is my coated utility knife, and I use it pretty much more than any other knife, just because it's a great size. The really big like chef knives and things, I've never used those, so I'm not very comfortable with them, but I love this and use it all the time for cutting up anything, any kind of meat or whatever I'm cutting. I always grab that one. Also, since we're on cutting, this are the kitchen shears. They come with this handy little sheath, and they're spring loaded, so they're really nice for, I use them for cutting up green onions, chives. You could also use them for chicken if you're cutting up chicken, like with bones and stuff. These are good for that. And also, this is the food chopper. This is a very popular item also. Has the blades in it, and when you are going to do like onion, I use it mostly for like onion, green pepper, nuts. I use it for chopping up pecans and things like that, and you just put whatever you're going to chop. Like if it's an onion, I just lay it there and then chop, 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 chop. And I use that all the time also, and most of the time I use it with this flexible cutting mat, and it's silicone on the back, so when you lay it down it doesn't move around while you're trying to use it. And so I'll use that for like onions, chop, 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 and then pick it up, dump it in the pan. I love it. It's so handy. And those come in a set of 3, and that's the small size. There's also a larger size. Sorry, I'm saying so much. This is the nylon mini spatula, and it's great for, it actually works perfectly with the snack bar maker. It's like the same size as the snack bar maker, well, so you can use it to press down and kind of smooth out your bars that you're making. Also, the brownie pan works great for the brownie pan. Comes in teal and black. And then this is the metal version of it. I left mine on a pan that I put in the oven, probably because somebody was coming over and I was trying to hurry up and hide all the stuff that hadn't been washed yet, and then accidentally turned the oven on. So now it's got this handy little thing to put on the side of a pot so that it doesn't fall in. So, you know, look at the good side. This is something new that I just got recently, and it is a jar opener. And I have used this since getting it. I use it almost every day because I'm trying to open something, and I've lost my little gripper thingy that I had, but trying to open a jar and can't. What I think I'm going to do, it has all these little holes, and what I think I'm going to do is mount it under the cabinet, and that way when I'm wanting to open a jar I can just like stick it in there and twist, and that'll make it a lot easier. It's fine to use it like this, and it works on any size jar lid, even like I used it the other day to open a bottle of water, because they keep making those little caps smaller and they're harder to get hold of to open, and I was trying to open one the other day and I thought, you know, I bet this will work, and it did. It was perfect. The other thing is the spritzer, and I love this because when you're using like Pam cooking spray, for example, you spray it and it's got oil, whatever kind of oil they're advertising, but then also it's got silicone and things like that in it that you don't really want or need. This you fill with your own oil. This is avocado oil, And then it's also got a little sieve at the bottom of it, so if you wanted to, you could make infused oils, put herbs or garlic or anything like that in there. And then what you do is you pump it like up to 10 times, and when it starts giving you resistance, it's ready. And then you just spray it on whatever you're going to spray. And then what I always do is let the, I don't know, pressure out, I guess, when I'm done, and then put it back. And that way it's not sitting there like under pressure the whole time. I don't know if it matters, I just do that. These are this silicone microwave grip set. And I love these for the quick cooker, actually. I use them for the microwave too, but I use them a lot for the quick cooker because the quick cooker accessories have the, like a cradle that it sits in, like the egg thing. If you watched my post about making hard-boiled eggs, I can use this to just pick up the bars and take everything out. So those are very handy. And then this is my utensil, what I keep in my utensil holder. This is the scoop and drain. Love it for, what I probably use it most for is when I make gumbo, especially when my sons lived here. Towards the end of the gumbo, they would start eating all of the meat and everything, so then you got a lot of soup and just a little bit of stuff, and so you could take this to get that last little bit of stuff out instead of having to, like, you know, use your spoon and drain it and all that. So that works great for that. Anything, like if you're making macaroni and you don't have a big colander around, or you don't want to have, I don't have a colander because I live in my RV and I just don't have that much space for a whole lot of things. So this works great for straining like pasta or anything that I'm wanting to strain. So these are the mixing scrapers. This one is probably 20 years old. This one is newer, and these are great for like when you're making brownies or cakes or anything like that. Scrape the sides of the bowl, and makes cleanup a whole lot easier because it gets a lot of that off and you don't have a lot of things to soak off. This, also very popular, is the mix and chop. Great for browning ground beef. I actually used it just the other day to make my dog's raw food, because I use like a base mix that you mix with water and with warm water, and then you add ground meat to it. And when I did that, I was like using my hand and like squishing it like you would if you're making meat liver or whatever, and I thought, hey, I bet this would work, and it did. It worked perfect, and I didn't have to get, I hate that because it gets all up under my nails and it's just yucky. So I used this, worked great. I will do that from now on. These are the teak wooden spoons. Love them. They are beautiful. I think they're so pretty, and they're really lightweight, but you wouldn't think because they look like they would be heavy, but they're very lightweight, and they're nice and long. So if I'm making something in a stock pot or the quick cooker, these are the perfect size that I'm not in there burning my arms on the sides when I'm trying to stir. And then these are the whisks. This one is the silicone whisk, silicone coated. This one's for your lighter sauces. And the thing that I love about it is that it's really well made. And these little things stay in. They don't pop out. I've had the cheap versions before, and when you put them like in the dishwasher or anything, trying to hand wash them, this would like come out and they'd be sticking out all over the place. And I started thinking, you know, if they're popping out like that, then water and stuff has got to be getting down in there and getting moldy and nasty and yuck. And then this one is the one that is metal, stainless steel, and it is good for your heavier items, like if you're making a cake or brownies or something like that. This is a little bit sturdier to kind of get in there and really stir it up well. Then the other thing I wanted to show you is something I just got recently too, and that is the wok. Look at how pretty that is. I love it. It is so nice. Comes with the lid, very nice lid. And this is the stainless steel wok. It's 12 inches, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is like, it has a grid pattern to it. And so that it's non-stick, and just, you know, beautiful and works so well. And I have like a shallow non-pampered chef skillet. Stuff sticks to it and it won't hold a lot. So this one, I can put a couple pounds of ground beef in there and not have anything overflowing. Use it with my mix and chop, of course, and ground beef or whatever really quickly. This is a pricier item. Our cookware is very well made, and it is not cheap made or cost. So definitely worth it. But what I would recommend is, if you're interested in the cookware, definitely contact me about hosting, because when you host, some months, depending on what the host special is for the month, but some months you get it for 60% off, at least 50% off. Once your party qualifies, you will be eligible for a 50% off item. So you could definitely use that for this. Or if your party does really well, you may get enough free money to spend that you can actually pay for this completely outright. So that's an excellent way to get some really quality items for not so much. Other than that, I think that's it for now, and I just wanted to, show you a few of the things that I like. And if you have any questions, of course, message me, call me, text me, email me, or post in the group, and I am more than happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks for watching. Bye.